in the top left, it is pig or cow. And in the bottom right, it is Milo. And Milo playing Terran. We are, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on Abyssal Reef. It's taken us, I don't know, I want to say like 3 years or something to come finally back to this map. This has been one of the greatest of all times, to be fair, because it was just one of the best standard maps in general, and it always provided extremely good games. It's a very defensive, possibly defensive map. It does provide you with tons of bases, tons of resources, and very good defensive positions. But there's also cool pushes you can do on this map if you want to go for a 2-base all-in, for example. A good tank position, stuff like that. Right, Pig already going with a scout here, doesn't want to take any chances. He's gonna see the double gas here in a moment. And it's a good scout. I hope he scouts this. It is one gas. He's not gonna find it actually, and he didn't check the workers coming in. Of course they didn't yet, but yeah, he did not see the second gas. I mean, he sees. If he goes in again, he's gonna find the depot, which says, alright, you have a second gas most likely, because you're not making the command center, of course. And he's already throwing down his cybernetic scope. Now he's gonna check for the command center, and he's gonna find a depot finished up, and he knows what's up. Oh, you've got a second gas. But ideally you wanted to see the gas, maybe keep the probe inside and check for the factory if it's gonna be proxied. There's also an information you can get, and then you can still recall what he just did. You look at this, there's the probe. Adept on the way here. And Reaper here for Milo is just scouting around, trying to find that probe. Little does he know, it's already recalled and back safely at home. And this is the first scouting we see here from our Terran player. Like a base going up. And a tech lab on the factory, so I'm just gonna throw the guess and say we are looking at cyclones here. And there we are, first cyclone on the way. Wants to utilize that. Curious to see if we are gonna get the upgrade. Of course, it is back to the old upgrade. It's not the Hurricane Thrusters anymore. It's gonna be back to the damage upgrade. There we go. It's actually going into tanks behind this. So this Cyclone does provide you a lot of safety against Oracle openings, for example. And that's one thing you might have aimed at. Gonna find the Phoenix here, which is the hallucination, of course. Not gonna try and intercept that one. Already pushing out with a ton of Marines, actually. That's a little bit surprising here. He's gonna try to go for the third base, and this push is attempted to try and deal some damage there. Oh, he will lose that second Phoenix, but at least he found the army movement there, so he's gonna go ahead and snipe the first Reaper here. Cyclone is gonna get some damage taken. Guardian Shield. One Stalker. Oh, he's gonna fall, most likely here. Wow, what a beautiful save there with the force field, but he's gonna lose all of the rest of his units. Of course, there's no more shield battery overcharge, so Cyclone openings feel a little bit stronger than they used to do. Now Pig is trying to save his Stalker. Oh my god, he really is baiting that one. And probes are here for the assist. Now is those rallying Marines, are they gonna find the Stalker kill? No, already regenerated too many shields here. And yeah, that first push didn't really do anything. I mean, he got a sentry, he got an adept, but that's about it. He got a Stalker. And he lost his Cyclone, his 5 of his Marines. Not sure if that's really what you were looking for here, but already going into a third base. So this is a 1-1-1 setup into 3 bases, and then probably a bigger bio play behind this. So not going to be a 2-base push. Making a Raven. Very interesting decisions here from Milo. On the other side, Pig going with a forge. Of course, I didn't mention this, but Pig did select what Zerg at first, and I think he switched to Protoss. But this is not his main race. He's going for charge. Some Immortals just sticking around. Raven is going to go for the harass, so unfortunately is not going to find this observer, which is just even visible. If it would be there. Now Engineer Bay on the way. Only one though. Got a couple tac labs being added here for the quick stim and combat shields at the same time. So this might be a +1 timing push here. From our Terran player. Needs to start that stim though as soon as possible. Like now. There we go. It's gonna make some marauders. Gonna go for 2 extra barracks most likely here. I'm kind of curious why we only see 1 engineering bay. Of course this might be... It's kind of a little bit of a dated style at this point, but ghosts... Like quicker ghosts on 5 barracks. You go up to 5 barracks, you throw down your Ghost Academy before you get your armory. And then you go into that... what is it? 1-1 first with the Ghost Academy. Go into some ghosts, and then you go into the armory and the second engineering bay and go to 2-2. That could be what we're seeing here. Has been popular on the last patch, I want to say. I haven't seen it that much on this version though, on the PDR. But yeah, it's of course a fine build. Of course ghosts do cost 3 supply now, but they're still the same strength. There you go, Ghost Academy going down here. On the other side, Pig already halfway done with Storm. +1 is about to finish up. Kind of wish he would chrono boost these a little bit more. And chrono boosting his probes, I guess. Actually saved up quite a bit of energy here at this point. And going up to a ton of gates here, so... We're looking at 10 gates here in a moment. That's quite a bit. And he might be looking to generate some threat across the map here. Throwing down a ton of pylons to try and generate some vision. He's gonna find this medevac flying through one of those. And there we go. Quick warp in. Oh, quick reaction. Oh, there's a High Templar waiting. Now he gets the notification and it's still a full explosion. The High Templar is just gonna walk away, feedback and say, well, that's it. Alright, Warp Prism across the map. Only Zealots in there, but there's 2 tanks, so if he bombs them into the SCVs, that's actually a lot of extra damage. There we go. So +1 armor on the way, and while that is going, the engineering bay and the armory coming online here. A little bit of a supply block here. 2 supply depots are on the way. Concussive shells on the way. Warp Prism is just hanging about, and he sees it even with the turret. Does it have no... there you go, guys. That's a bug. The turret does not have its indicator, the range indicator. I mean, even if it's back to white, it should be somewhere, but it's just not there. It should be on the green patches, right? There's no indicator. Yeah, so there we go. That's a good bug. We found about that one now. Thank God. I hope Pig kind of knows this. I don't think you can, actually. It's impossible to know. It's kind of crazy. I mean, he doesn't know about the sensor turret, so yeah, he can't see the range, so I guess. Terran OP confirmed. There we go. Triple robotics. So he's going ham here. Double Nexus. Just saying, alright, you're not coming to me, I'm not coming to you, I'm just standing in front of your base. I'm gonna kill a few of your units, and then I'm just gonna take a little bit of a risk. Throw down 3 tech buildings, 4, excuse me, and 2 Nexuses. And meanwhile, I'm just gonna throw down a couple of storms. Oh, nice EMPs there, but good storms there in the end. Oh, can he throw down one more storm? Yeah, but good reaction evacuating those ghosts. So Milo's just very easily gonna secure his 4th base location here. While having a relatively small army, actually. Dropping a few supply depots here. Of course, they are now looking at... We're looking at... Well, that's actually a lot of drop supply, man. We're looking at 500 health depots. Should have dropped one on here actually to get the health back up on this one. And still supply blocked. So he's kind of like his macro is really slipping here. He has so much money because he has no SCVs building supply depots and he has no open supply. And that's really throwing him back. On the other side, finally Blink coming in. Colossus range, triple Colossus. So Pig is saying, alright, you know what? We have Colossus at 8 range bugged now. You have the invisible sensor turrets range things. So we need to make some Colossi and we need to go and drop some lasers onto you. Big warping round here into the main base. Ghosts did just finish up, so if they EMP the Warp Prism, it's a quick snipe, but unfortunately only Ghosts popping up here. Widowmine dealing some friendly fire. Meanwhile, we do have the main clash here. Storm was kind of saved. Wow, what was that for a little bit of a lag? I'm not sure. Storm was saved. It's pocketed in these guys here. So the EMPs did whiff, unfortunately. They hit the army, but not the important thing, and we see a lot of destruction going down here. Beautiful storms into the mineral line as well. And now Pig is just gonna let this all die. He's just gonna let this trade out. He should focus the Immortalists on the Marauders though. And then he's gonna have 6. Is he gonna make 6? No, he's just gonna say, alright, I can warp in Colossae now. I can warp in a Colossae army if I have the money. That's what he's saying. I'm gonna make 3 Colossus at a time. So I can just have them when I want them. As an army and not 1 at a time, you know. Or 2. He could even make 4. Well, Command Center did get set up, but we're already looking at a 40 supply deficit here. And now Colossus moving in. Because Vikings were safe, but they need to go up into the air again. They have no smart servos. Takes them a little bit longer. Coming onto that command center. No sensor turrets set up. Nothing to scout there, so late reaction and the command center's already gone. What a storm! Oh, that was so much damage. Oh my god. And yeah, he needs to lift those Vikings if he wants to start to poke on those Colossi. Of course, there's still the Zealots in the 3rd base ravaging those SCVs. Now they're gonna get dealt with, but Pig already rotating to this position. He's warping in a few more Zealots. Try and complement his army, but already GG is gonna be called. Milo did fall apart here to Pig's pressure. It's been a while, Abyssal Reef. Alright, that might be a mod issue. Apparently this was hosted on the Potato mod 2, and that's quite buggy. There we go, neon violet square. That's what I really wanted to see. Alrighty guys, there we go. Into our next match. Terran against Protoss again. It's gonna be neon violet square. It's been a while, welcome back. There's a gold base, there's 2 gold bases, there's so many things. Oh, I actually like this map. I kind of would like to see this really back like into the actual LATAM pool. But let's first go ahead and introduce our players. In the bottom right we have Pig, and in the top left is Milo. Okay, let's quickly talk about the map. So we go back to Pig's starting base here, and there we go. We have a rather small main base on this big plateau, or like high plateau, I want to say. And you go down a ramp, and you have this natural base which has a ramp and an actual entrance here, right? So a even ground entrance. And if you go below this, you will find this, a small base which does provide double gas, but only 4 patches of minerals. So it's like a gas base, gas intensive base. And then you have, of course, your 3rd or 4th base set up like the standard stuff. You have a gold base relatively close to your main, which is kind of funny. And yeah, there's a lot of cool things. But you also have these squares where big units won't fit, and it will mess with their AI. But small units like probes do fit, which is a really cool thing. Oh yeah, Ohio! Yashin, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Hope you have a great morning, evening. Sorry, what time is it? Now Reaper on the way here for Milo. Again, going for a 1-base play. We're not watching like old replays. This is actually live, being played currently on the live server. But I need to look at the map again. It's just so great. It has so many cool things. There's so much to look at, you know? There's so many commercials here. And just look at this. Long John, all you can eat. Imperio Ormoni. LNT, whatever that is. Rob's Guns, we know that one from, I think, StarCraft Brute, or even Alan's Karaoke Pub. BJ's. Calm Shack. There's a lot of things going on this map. There's like a sailing boat, Zinix or something. The Reaper's coming into the main base. It's gonna get chased by a Stalker momentarily here, but he'll find the Stargate actually. And this is a Stargate after Warpgate research and Stalker, which is a little bit interesting. It's not the fastest one. Also, it's in the face of the frickin' Reaper, which is kind of like, hey, there you go. Look at my Stargate, it's amazing. This is NKE Cola. Oh, Nuke Cola, I think. Nuke. There's your squares. The Stalker is gonna pass through this one. Wow. What navigation. These kind of look like seats, right? These things. Could like sit down and relax. The Stalker poking out the front here is gonna find the base, is gonna see the Cyclone, and he's gonna see an upgrade. He's not gonna see the Cyclone, but he's gonna see an upgrade being researched. So if he sees the Cyclone pop at any point, he will know, oh, you cheeky dude, you're making a Cyclone all in. And there we go, Pig already set up a pylon. That's a very common strat on this map, or used to be. I wonder how much Milo played this map and how much he remembers. He gets the first Stalker though, which is a great pick off. Can he pass through those things? I kind of wonder. Yeah, he actually can. The Cyclone can. Good for him. Oracle coming in. It was not overcharged though, so already throwing down a Void Ray here. Shield Battery also. Shield Battery can be overcharged. And Oracle coming in, but this might be not a good time. A Cyclone and 2 Marines are waiting, so you want to really run the hell out of here, and there we go. Not gonna throw down the scan to confirm the kill. Probe is kind of sitting at the wrong spot here to try and create some vision. Now this is a great lock-on. A warping-in Stalker here, already taking so much damage from that Cyclone. That was a great lock-on. He's gonna try and get as many things as he can with this little poke, but already trying to evacuate this Cyclone here. Does not want to lose this, that he just got the upgrade, but he's gonna lose all of the Marines. And remember, there's a gateway being warped in here now. I think Pig placed it just perfectly so it would not block. I'm not sure. He's throwing down a stasis here. He's gonna roam in with a Void Ray from the other side. What are we gonna see though? There's no upgrades for our guys. And there we go, charge. That makes a lot of sense. But then the gateway was a little bit early, wasn't it? Going up to a 3rd base. Now he's gonna poke with the stalks a little bit in the front, just seeing what he can find. And he's gonna rotate back, it seems. 3rd command center on the way here from Milo. This time trying to stick with his composition apparently, which is Cyclone. He does see the trap going up, but he doesn't try and go for the Oracle. Kind of funny. If he didn't see that, man, I don't know. Oh, Oracle, you flew too close to the sun. He's already warping in a ton of units here from behind. You should probably try to warp in more Zealots, in my opinion. You go for this charge style. Double Forge being thrown down. Pig maybe doing a little bit much at once here, but he's gonna try and just snipe the injured guys from behind here. Void Ray is gonna get picked off. Mass Repair coming in, kind of not sniping that last Cyclone, and there the army falls apart. As I said, it's a little bit early, Pig. Now if you go and counterattack, look at the units. It's 4 Zealots against 4 Cyclones. I don't think the Zealots can win that fight. And he's gonna find out about this warp in position as well. This could have been a game closer, but indeed it does go in way too early. No charge. I mean, if he like warps in 2 more rounds of Zealots and just waits for the charge, he could definitely get a killing blow. I'm pretty sure he at least destroys at low ground with a pincer move there. Now, I guess though we're not gonna see any pressure here from Milo, and it was a fight in the natural. Also, the stasis trap is never gonna get found out about, and it will just be yeah, another 21 seconds for Pig here before the push will commence. Now Blue Flame on the way and tanks. I wonder what Milo's plan is. He's gonna go for the gold now, very interesting. Now he's kind of gas staffed, so I would have loved him to just throw down the command center here and go for these gases. Because you're getting the gold boost as well. You kind of want to have more gas at this point. So I'm not a fan of this position here. Now Pig, what are you going to do though? This is a very defensible map. You can kind of go to a, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 base setup. In like, yeah, a really defensive position here. And Milo is going to take that approach here. Gonna build up some mech defenses. Now Pig's going to go and scout. He's going to like, wait. You also ran into the stasis trap. When is your push finally coming? And there we go. Phoenix is gonna get picked off. And finally, the sensor turrets are back with their indicator. So apparently, Pig hosted on a very buggy mod. He's just thrown out. Oh, this is kind of cool. Hey, look at this. He has no base here or here. He's just gonna throw down its sensor turret. Of course, I'm pretty sure you still can salvage those. Yes, they still have this. This will be, of course. It's like so first things first, they're cheaper, right? They're salvageable now. So, but this will be cancelled if they get attacked. Now Pig sees this, and you could salvage the turret at this point. But he's not gonna do it, he's gonna let it die. Of course, the Zealot is already here. He needs to try and protect the turret, but no, he's just gonna lose it. But I like the idea. It's like you set up positions where you're like, hey, I have a sensor turret here, you better watch out because I have already these bases taken. While indeed he didn't. It's like a fake. Of course, Pig scouting there was kind of a good move from him, of course, but sometimes you just assume, and assumptions can kill you in a game of StarCraft 2. Now, blink on the way here from our Protoss player. Fourth base is set up and running. Fifth base about to go. It's gonna go for the gold, I think. He needs to be a little bit careful. He's trying to open up these debris here, but Milo's not gonna let that being taken from him. And he's gonna save the backdoor base for now. He's gonna try and let that be there. Gonna build a turret ring here. Probably want to add one more in here or something. Next is on the way. On the gold base. There we go, fifth base. But already fifth command center. Halfway done here. A little bit quicker even from Milo. And yeah, I mean, as good as Mars Zealots are on... you love to see this. As good as Mass Zealots are on fighting outside on an open map, as bad they are on fighting on those small maps. So, or small positions like this is a terrible space to engage with the Zealots from. This is probably the only angle that can be really attacked, and this one. But this also, it just gets blocked off. But you can poke this from the high ground here. And as Pig, I'd probably try and do that. Just be annoying, put a couple stalkers, like a 4 stalker hit squad, right? By the way, what does this say? Diablo, the musical Knight of the Zerg. 6, the perfect Psystorm. Sin Plagues. Yeah, the Diablo the Muscular. Ladies of Lordaeron 3. Entertain the dragon. Alright. So setting up some warpoint points here. Now he has a lot of money. He should probably try and relocate more of his probes to that gold base to get the boost. He's gonna throw down some more robotics facilities. And yeah, Milo is just expanding like crazy. He's just like, alright, let me just swallow up the map and build up my army. He's making Thors now, he's getting drilling claws. I wish he would make, like, we're sitting at what, 5 factories? That does not seem enough. He's gonna find this by making the base here. This is a freaking amazing stasis ward. And Pig is poking from the left, but this is also a big bottleneck. The reinforcement Thors just popped in. Now with the SCVs, this should be enough to defend this. We do have some Hellions, which could be good against those Zealots. Tanks also rallying back here. And I think this is going to be held. Now this is kind of a throwaway army for Pig, but he is not that rich. So you want to expand more first. In my opinion. He's going to lose that last few units here. He's going to try and run in with the Warp Prism, but this is going to get completely wrecked. Observer is gonna get found. Immortals are trying to find a way out here. Can they make it? Now Zealots coming in for the assist on those debris. Opening up those walls here. Now we do have Colossus range on the way. I think this is the old Immortal weapon speed, 1.14. I think they were nerfed to 1.04 or something. I'd have to read the patch notes again. Do that siege thing have like anything, you know? Anything, a stealth buff or something? Siege things need to be better. Yeah, well, Milo is sitting tight. And meanwhile, Pig is not really exploiting what he got. He got the map. He has the map. He can like make Nexus here, 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 even here, here, and here. And start to mine from those and just not mine out these bases at home because he will be way more safe at home. But he's just not utilizing that. He's gonna build up another push and I don't like this. I think you're just gonna run into another brick wall here. Now he's gonna try with Templars. And he really wanted to do that move. Tried to do the perfect storm on those Hellions, but they're just too fast. So they just got away. Got like 1. And now you kind of need to deal with this push. Now Milo is a little bit, of course his pushing hasn't been the greatest yet. And he is not pushing with buildings. And he's pushing in an open area, so I'm not a big fan. I'm not a huge fan of this push, and we already see some great storms here. Liberators stacked up, taking so much damage. Immortals fighting under Liberator zones. I'm not that happy about this, but this army is gonna get swallowed because it was flanked from like 3 sides. And now it's only Liberators remaining. At least they do remain, but yeah, this was not efficient by all means. And now Pig can just go across the map with his huge immortal count and just like click on buildings. And that's exactly what he's gonna do here. Now can Milo scramble a defense at least on this 4th base here? He never really got up any more bases after his 4th. And he's gonna start to run out of minerals on some of those. But yeah, it's just gonna call it GG, well played. Cow is gonna take the game.